guys. Welcome back to Sister Land Investors. Today, I'm lucky my sister Cindy's joining me.
Oh, have you been doing a lot without me?
No, she just,
Hi, everyone. I'm back.
she's back.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
What are we going to talk about today?
I don't know. We have so many things to talk about, but I think we wanted to just talk about the election. It's over, thank God.
Yes.
Yes, it's bittersweet. We're happy for the housing market. Like, I think that it's
For the real estate?
Yeah, for real estate. I think it's going to go in a good direction. That's my prediction. So we're excited about that.
Me too.
So maybe we can elaborate on that and then maybe see where we think we can grow our business best based on what we've done in the past.
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
what's been going on? Like any news for our peeps that keep up with us?
Well, we have a lot of news. I don't know. Do we want to get into all that in our personal lives?
No, because I don't want to cry. But
Okay.
we've gained an angel, which is great, and that's all we'll say. We'll leave it at that.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's get into it. The election is done and it's over with, and we will have Donald Trump as our new president for starting in 2020, January 6th. What is the exact date? Something of 2025. And I am actually excited for the housing market and our land business.
Me
I think
too.
it will go in a positive direction. I think that interest rates are going to go down. That is my prediction as well.
I think so too. And I'm hoping the taxes also come down and the real estate market prices come a little down. They don't have to come completely down, but get back into normality.
Some normalcy. Yeah, I agree. I think that we need to get back to about a year or 2 years ago. That would be so phenomenal. It would be great. But you brought up taxes, and we're not CPAs, right? At all.
No.
And I'm not trying to do tours because we tend to do that a lot. But I think that another point to make too is that when you have your land business, when you've established your LLC, your S corp, your C corp, whatever you choose to do for your business, it is important to have a great CPA as well to walk you through expenses, what you can expense in your business, because those are huge savings. And I think I'm speaking for myself, but I think you and I have talked enough to know that we've bumped our head along the road. When we didn't know and we didn't teach, and I wish I could teach you more, but again, we're not CPAs.
We should bring a CPA one day.
We should to talk about. Yeah, that's actually a great idea,
because that's something that I learned the hard way. Once we started like doing our land investing and making profits, I learned the hard way. By writing a big check. And although people say you should be grateful when you write the big checks to the IRS, I was not grateful. It hurt
money
me.
Is money, right?
We work hard for our money, and then we have to write a big check to the IRS. It was very painful, but we've learned so much. And like Cindy said, we're not CPAs, we're not accountants, but I'm not going to curse. I was going to curse, but I feel like I got my doctor's degree on that. I went into a deep dive searching how to save money.
And finding a good CPA. Like I've switched twice. How about you? Since running this business,
like 2 or 3 times.
We've switched twice. I think we finally found someone that we like. She's very detailed. She doesn't answer the questions like I wish she would, like just real. It's always like, I'm not giving you the tax advice. You need a lawyer, like that sort of stuff. But she gives us enough to know. Like I've learned to ask her questions. So building a relationship with your CPA, I think, is very, very important. But there are so many expenses that you can take as a business that you wouldn't even think about. One being interest. I can say that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. One being interest. Any interest that you pay on your business, whether it's a loan, if you're borrowing money from us, from a bank, from anywhere, you can expense that interest
for your business.
For your business, for sure.
Yes.
So, okay, getting back to the or you want to elaborate on?
No, I do want to mention to ladies that are just starting off, make sure you do learn. You don't want to start making all this money and have so much fun and run off. And then at the end of the next year, you get a big fat IRS. You owe us this much. Like make sure you either send us an email, let us know how we could help you, because if you're making a big profit, you want to learn how to offset it with your business.
Yes, for
and
sure.
if you are making money, congratulations.
Yeah, it's exciting. It is exciting, but then when you get hit in the head with that request for money, it hurts a ton.
Yeah, that's my baby's money.
Yeah.
So let's talk back about real estate.
Yes.
We're both super excited because the elections are over.
No more spam calls. Oh my gosh.
A lot of spam calls.
Well, I still get spam calls, but I used to get text messages on both parties, like for Kamala and for Trump, like constantly, never ending. I'm sick
blocked
of
commercials.
them all. You can't block them. Like they just keep coming.
Well,
anyways, I'm excited it's over. I'm excited we know who the president is, and I am excited for real estate. So that's exciting. I think that headed into this new year. So first, I do want to say this. In my experience with my business, sending mailers out right now has been successful for me. So today's date is...
Right now, she means like late October, early November.
Because everyone is receiving their, what are they called? Their taxes. Property. Thank you. Their property taxes for their land. And the people that hate paying them or have been paying on them, they had a dream that they were going to build their retirement home or whatever the case is, but they're paying the taxes every year. They receive your letter and they're like, oh, maybe I do want to sell it. I don't want to keep paying taxes. And I'm offering them to pay this year's taxes along with buying their land. That's even more motivation. So I think now is a great time to send out mail if you're able to. Would you agree? Have you had success with that?
Yes. So I've heard other investors kind of tell this is the time to buy all the land because, again, like she said, a lot of people need money for holiday gifts, for holiday trips, for holiday vacation, or things just change. Like she said, they're tired of paying taxes because they're not using the property. The kids, grandkids don't want it. They're never going to go back to that state or county, and they're ready to move forward. So you want to make sure you target whatever county you're targeting or whatever state you're targeting, and make sure you get those properties in, meaning as inventory, because the spring comes when people are ready to move and they're looking to places, relocate for schools, relocate for work, relocate just to have a second home away from home. So it's exciting for everyone, I think, knowing that the election's over, because a lot of people put everything on hold on the elections. Like regardless if it's Democrat or Republican, for some reason or another, a lot of people put everything on hold. Their whole lives, entire lives, comes to a stall waiting to hear. And I don't know how either one's going to affect your life. I'm not going to get into politics.
We don't get into politics.
You should create your own life. You should dictate your own life and get ready right now to get inventory to sell for the next following year, because it's going to be phenomenal.
So I'm laughing. I always shift, right? No, I'm laughing because I was thinking of this one particular deal that I got probably like 3 years ago.
Okay.
And it was that she had received her taxes. She called me right around this time. It was an old lady. I want to say she was like 92, but she cursed like a sailor. And so she's like, yes, I want to sell this effing property. And I mean, she was dropping bombs. And I thought she was mad at me. And as I talked to her, like, well, why would you like I'd love to purchase it from you. And so I asked her why she wanted to sell. And she's like, my effing kids don't give a effing damn about me. And she went on and she's just like, they're not getting anything from me, with a lot of F bombs in between. I'm leaving them with zero. Beep, 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 beep. Yes. And I want to get rid of it. And I'm sick of paying effing taxes. And so anyhow, I don't think I've heard a man curse as much as she did. She was very angry at her kids. She wanted to get the property off of her hands. She didn't want to pay taxes anymore. And I was happy to help her. I was happy to make her day a little better. Hopefully she didn't curse for about 15 minutes after she sold it, but it was a great deal. But what triggered it was my letter. She received my letter and she just didn't want to pay the taxes, but I was laughing because of that, because she just cursed like a sailor. It was the funniest thing. You get interesting calls and you have interesting conversations, but that particular one was, sure. It was, I couldn't help but my whole time I was smiling while she was cursing up on the phone, because you could hear her age through the phone, but it was good. It was a great deal.
I'm happy. Those are awesome deals. So yes, make sure you send out mail this November and target those people that no longer need their land, and you're going to be able to help one or two people, and then just get ready for the spring.
Yes.
To spring into action.
To spring into action. What's another thing that we can help them out post-election? Like, what are our hopes for? My knowledge is that it's going to get better. Like, things are going to start picking up
yeah,
again.
it always picks up. I think for election year, it always slows down. Usually, my mom even said it with her business. My parents used to have businesses, and they would say it always slows down for some reason or another, and it picks up right after. So that's always a great thing. The other thing I would say is people have expenses for holidays.
Yes.
They have the holiday expenses, holiday vacations, or they relocate because they're getting elderly. They want to be closer to family. And so those are things that not only taxes, not only that, but there's a lot that comes at the end of the year that they want to start fresh the following year.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm trying to think what other changes could come with this election, like being over. I think just the year 2025 is going to be a phenomenal year. I know, I feel it.
I really hope the big change that they're promising is the taxes coming down. I think that's huge.
It is super huge.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah,
Take effect.
I think that will be. I think that Trump will help for sure. Real estate in general, whether it land, homes, anything. So that is exciting to see what's coming. I really honestly haven't done my research because I'm sure there's stuff out there on it, but maybe I can, since I love to read and you're like, oh, tell me about it later.
Yeah, she's a reader, the detail.
Maybe we can, get into that next time. But yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about, I sent out that mailer, so I should be receiving calls, I think, within 2 weeks. That's about the time, 2 to 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
I'll get the fun, interesting ones at first, and then we get down to business after that. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be fun. I like
that little wave.
Yeah.
Like the first couple of calls are like,
hate.
No, not all. Some are like, okay, I do want to sell, but not at that price. Can we?
Those are no. Are you kidding me? Those are the blessings.
Yes.
Like the ones that are like, I don't like the price. Well, yes, let's talk. Like, yes, what are you looking to receive and why? Is what's making your land more valuable than what I'm offering? And get them talking, because also too, if you get them talking and they tell you, oh well, there's a new high school coming, or there's
a road
being built. Yes.
A lot of people don't want neighbors.
Yeah, there's a road that's being built, and it's going to be, my land's going to be worth more money. Well, I'm happy to give you more money. And that also tells me if I only mailed for 5 to 35 acreage, then maybe I should be mailing from 35 to 100 because there's something new coming. So those conversations, the calls that come in are imperative. Even if it's people that don't sound too pleased about your offer, get them talking, get them ask the questions to get them to tell you why the price isn't fair. Is there something that's changed? Like, I think getting them talking can put you in a good position to negotiate.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. Hearing their information, and also with agents. I'm huge with local agents and local title companies, getting to know them because they have a lot of ins and outs. So those, we've said it over and over, and I don't get tired of saying, building those relationships, not only with the sellers and the buyers because they know a lot, but also with the agents and title companies is huge. But you're right. Get them to talk. Let them do the talking.
Let them do the talking. That. It's true. I mean, I am thinking, like, it's funny as we talk, you think of like land that you've purchased, but I remember I forget what county it is, but it's over out by NM in that area. And they were finishing up that Tomball Parkway. I forget the name of it, 240. I don't know. It was going out to lead out to A&M, and a lot of it was in the flood zone. And so I was scared to buy because of the flood zone, but I went with it. And I did one and I flipped it immediately. It was not hard. So then I mailed again, and I called back all the people that had reached out to me to sell. And because of that highway, they sold, and they sold for a good amount of profit. So it was just that conversation that the highway, I didn't know was being built. I don't live out there, but that one particular person told me, and that allowed me to, I think I ended up buying 6 lots in that area. I know. But get them talking is key.
It's true. Yeah. That is key, because they're in the ends. They know what's going on in that area. Mm-hmm. Also with developers. Yes. So recently I had a developer reach out and ask me, do you have any properties in this location? Like, at the moment I don't. And get them to talk. I'm like, what's going on here? He's like, oh, did you hear they're putting this and this? And I'm like, no, I didn't know. So apparently SpaceX is overtaking certain areas of Texas. Oh, wow. And they want to start building little communities, little shopping centers, little, what do you call them? High rises, and the ones that have the shopping center in the bottom and the apartments on top. I don't know what they're called, but they're ready to take action. So they wanted land to develop it.
There you go. So, well, you see, that's good news too. If there's developers wanting land, they know that things are moving in the right direction. So that's exciting to hear too. Just in general.
Very exciting. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'm excited. I am too. I think 2025 is going to be huge for all of us investors.
I think the last half of this year has been hard for a lot of us. But I think that 2025 is going to start off strong, and it's going to continue to be strong. And we just need to run with it. When it comes, we need to be ready to run with it and not stop, because there shouldn't be a reason to stop. There's no excuse not to purchase something that's a good deal, because we've talked about funding. We've talked about everything that you can do. If you don't have the money, you shouldn't be touching your money. Let that be the first advice we give you, right? Do not touch your money.
If I could do anything different, we should do a whole podcast on that.
If we could save it. That is a good one. Because
if we could do anything different, what would it be? But yes, we could do a whole podcast on, because we've been doing it for a couple of years,
and I've hit my head. I think me both harder than you. And I'm going to actually be very transparent, and I'll tell you guys in the next couple of podcasts, maybe not the next one, but I will share that with you, and hopefully you don't have to bump your head as well. But I think 2025 is I know 2025 is going to be a great year.
I love that.
Yes. I'm excited.
We have to set our words into motion. I'm a big believer. Put it out there and it'll be great. So yeah. I'm so excited you're back. Tell us about your daughter. How is my niece doing?
She's good. She's out. She's I think they're allowing her to do the bike now. So she's biking. She's doing the strength training. Like, I don't know.
Ladies, let me tell you really quick. So my niece...
You're making me sound like a bad mom, because I don't go into therapy with her anymore. The first time around, this is her second ACL tear. The first time around, I was there for everything. Now she's the driver. She drives on her own. So I just send her with my blessings, and she goes and comes back, and that's it.
That's a great mom. Blessing your child is great.
Yeah.
But I want to share something before, because this is like a whole different from real estate and everything else. My niece, like she said, had 2 ACLs already done. And the second one, she had the stem cells.
Yes, she did.
Oh my God. So my background's nursing. I got into the stem cells during COVID. Don't ask me why. I'm very vain. I like to look good and stay youthful. And I went into that rabbit hole back in 2020. Mm-hmm. And I kind of mentioned it because my mom has knee problems. So I mentioned it to that. But anyways, aside from real estate, stem cells, if your mom or anyone suffering from any pain or knee pain or anything, I hear that's phenomenal.
I will say that from the first time when she did not have the stem cells put into the second time that she did, her recovery's been a ton faster. It has been less pain for her. I will say we did a lot of walking and standing yesterday, and she did come home with a band around her knee, and it was swollen, but it's normal. But other than that, her recovery time has been so much better. Now,
it's a lot faster.
If we're true scientific people, you're a nurse and I have a degree in biology and chemistry, it could be because she's already done it before. It's her second time around, but I really do think it's the stem cells.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too. So there's an extra little gold nugget that we threw out there for all of you.
There you go. Well, we appreciate you guys joining in. I'm happy to be back. And I'll be back. We have a couple more episodes.
We have more episodes coming up, ladies. Stay tuned. We have amazing sisters coming up in the future podcast talking about how they do real estate investing from across the globe.
Japan, right? That's where she's from.
I think she's been to Japan.
Oh, okay. I
think she lives in the Philippines now. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. But we have so much coming up. Thank you for that.
It's okay.
And we're looking forward for 2025. I'm excited.
So good to see you guys.
Love
Have
y'all.
a great one. Bye.
Bye.